I went back to school, I showed this to my friends, and they were like, this sounds like Goa music. But it's not that Psytrance is necessarily the most psychedelic style of music. I got like a question in my head, like, or I create or I consume. I choose. And if I create, I get to be on stage. If I consume, I get to be dancing. And I had to decide. So I chose to create. I got a lot of death threats for that. Like, remove that cover, remove that song, like, this is not respectful. I get it, I was rage baiting. People are super snob. Everyone want to believe that you are like the most underground guy, fucking dark wizard from the underground. That, oh, I hear this track in SoundCloud with only 20 plays. I feel like the drugs are the curse and the blessing of the scene, honestly. I don't feel that if you go to Hilltop and you take a lot of ketamine, you're gonna go out spiritually cleansed. Like, no, you're gonna, maybe you will have a lot of fun and a urinary infection afterwards. Psytrance is so spiritual, I just think that's branding. AK-47, for example, this track, I made it in a dream, bro, for real. Like, I was playing in... When I cut the hair, I cut that part of my life. The more that you want to keep it underground, the more commercial it will be. Like, look at the fucking buildings and monuments and ruins that you have in India, bro. Like, do you really think that it was built by some fucking guy with a goat and a donkey, like a company? Like, no. It's just not possible. I stopped there. Take care of yourself, sleep good, eat good, appreciate the people you love, accept the love that people give.
So Mandra, welcome to the podcast, Third Eye Wi-Fi podcast. You know, we are grateful you are here. So can you take us back to your childhood? How did it all start? Your roots back in Mexico. What kind of memories you have from your childhood?
From my childhood, good ones, mostly, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your schooling? Where did you grow up? What did you do when you were a kid? You used to play a lot of sports.
I didn't finish high school, to be honest.
Yeah. And you started in Chihuahua, then you moved to somewhere? To some other...
Yeah, I was mostly in Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Okay. You have trained in classical music. So how did that come about? And when did you decide that you have to shift from classical music to electronic music?
Okay. I am raised in Chihuahua, and there's a conservatory of music in Chihuahua. You know conservatory?
Yes.
Of course you know conservatory. I was in a punk rock band, like a shitty one, like a very, very shitty one, with my friends. One of them right now is like one of the best orchestra, classical music guys in Mexico, like certified. And we were all in the same band. And my friend, Dania, she's the one that got me into the fucked up books. Like, basically, she convinced us that if we wanted to be good musicians, we needed to learn classical music. So it's not like I was a classical musician. I just went to get trained, so I have the good, the correct knowledge, like the good skills to do what I want to do. But I didn't finish my... The thing is that I was in high school, and I did the audition for the conservatory, and they didn't know that I hadn't finished high school. But I did so well in the test that they made the opportunity that I could start to study, how do you call it, like a degree?
Yeah.
Before I graduated from high school. But finally, they expelled me, and I didn't finish high school. And I started to work in teleperformance. So there you go.
So what was the exact moment you decided that now I want to make electronic music? What was your first exposure with electronic music?
I was hating electronic music because I was one of these people that was saying like, hey, electronic music is not even music. Like, you need to be playing a guitar and like, that's music. Like, and when I was in the conservatory, they had like a little studio with some Mac Minis, which they have GarageBand, of course. And I sat down and I was trying to make like some jazzy, I don't know, something. I went back to school, I showed this to my friends, and they were like, this sounds like Goa music. And I was like, what is Goa music? So then they made me smoke weed. It didn't work. I couldn't get high the first time. I just saw them get high. I was like, whoa. They played me some Sesto Cento. If you don't know Sesto Cento, they are Vini Vici right now. Shout out. And I stole some weed from them. I got high on private at home. And then I got what is psychedelic music. Like, that was my first contact. Like, I made something that was naturally sounding like it. And they told me this sounds like Goa music.
So what was your first psychedelic experience? And when was the first time you listened to music on psychedelics?
I don't remember how it started. I just think that a friend said like, hey, there's just gonna be no one at my home. Let's do some acid. We did some acid. It was pretty fucking intense. At some point, the craziest part of the trip perhaps was when we started to watch some Da Vinci paintings. And we arrived at the Last Supper. When we arrived to this picture, we were looking at it. And I don't know if it's how the picture's painted or what, but I saw the fucking light. Like, the light started to come out of the painting, like, because there's 3 windows behind the guys, and then the light starts to overshadow them, like, just like flow, kind of like these spots. And I looked to my friend and it's like, you're also seeing the light? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, whoa. We were listening to Ultra Voice. I don't know if you know Ultra Voice. It's an old school Psytrance artist from Compact Records. Well, not old school, like old school for me, but like for the old heads, it's like new stuff. Anyways, I saw the light on that day. This is the first time I tell this story, like in public.
Yeah. And you were listening to Psytrance music. So what were your thoughts listening to Psytrance on LSD for the first time?
I listened to Psytrance because Psytrance is what you're supposed to listen when you take LSD. It's like you're going to a wedding, you should wear a suit, you know, like it's the tradition. So I listened to Spongo and I listened to some Morning Full-On from Compact Records. First thing that I discovered is that you can listen to the person. If you like or not like someone's presence in real life, and that person creates a work of art, and that person creates a creation, like doesn't matter if it's a song or a painting or a website or whatever, basically you're gonna feel the presence of this person there. So I learned that everything is psychedelic. Like Psytrance, there's just like the hashtag attached to it, you know, and it gives this metadata to the type of music. But it's not that Psytrance is necessarily the most psychedelic style of music. It's just that it is the one that is associated with psychedelics. So that was what I discovered on that first day.
And do you remember your first Psytrance festival when you experienced the music in a festival setting?
Yeah.
Which one was it? Which festival did you go?
It's a festival in Guadalajara. Maybe it was Solar Vision. I don't know. This is probably not the name. This festival was crazy festival, like, because it's Mexico, no? So it's a bit gangsta. It's a bit cartel vibes at the same time that it's a Psytrance thing. So you get to see people with fucking AKs and things like this just walking around. You're like, what the fuck? Like, you know, because you got like the goons that are taking care of the illegal party because they are using that party to sell drugs, yes. Right? So, anyways, no. You can totally put it if you want, but I am just yeah.
That's cool.
That's a dark side of the world, guys.
It is.
Anyways,
so
there was a great lineup.
Yeah,
it was like all the famous guys from Compact Records at that moment. Well, they were not so famous at that moment. Now they are more famouser, you know. I remember I was watching Bliss. Bliss was good. I was watching Asax. Asax was good. And while they were playing, I was on acid, bro. I was just like, you know. And I remember someone came and was like, "Hey, why are you not dancing? Like, all is good or what?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just like taking mental notes, like because I was telling my mom like, Mom, I'm going to a festival to learn. You know, like for me, it's like going to I wanted to know what the fuck they were doing. So I arrived there and I see a photographer, and the photographer was like looking good, bro. Like he was well dressed. He was like taking pictures. I was like, whoa, he looks like a rock star. The DJ is not looking like a rock star. And I don't know why at this moment I got like a question in my head, like, or I create or I consume. I choose. And if I create, I get to be on stage. If I consume, I get to be dancing. And I had to decide. So I chose to create. I chose to create.
And I think, Mandra, you pass on this message through your music, because we'll talk about it later. But when I saw your music video, especially in the disc one, and I was completely fascinated. I would say, it was my first exposure to such kind of high quality production music video, along with some nice music, and the way you portray the message. You don't talk, but a lot of things were said in that video. And I think that was a turning point for me also, that I thought that I don't want to consume, I want to create something. And I would give full credits of creating sci-fi to you. I thought we should give something out there, give something back to the scene. And yes, man.
That's nice.
Yes, that's
nice
true.
to hear that, for real.
So you're also credited to create this Future-Prog genre. So can you talk a little bit about that? Where does this word come from? What's the message behind this genre, and how is it different from prog music?
Okay, so when you speak, you create, right?
Yes.
So like on ChatGPT, you put a prompt and you create, correct? So everything that comes out of your mouth is a prompt, okay? So Future-Prog for me was like, this will be the future of prog. So Future-Prog, it never had rules, like it was never like Future-Prog needs to sound like this, it need to be like that, it need to be on this BPM. Like, no, Future-Prog just need to be the prog that will be working in the future. So it's more like future proof. Like, not only that, because like we are living in this internet world, and everything depends on context and metadata and hashtags and things like this. So like, this is why I made it, really. Like, honestly, because I needed to categorize it in a way. If I try to be in one category that already exists, well, then you need to compete with these people. Now, if you open your own category, automatically you activate the curiosity of the person that is browsing. So I just had to call myself the creator of Future-Prog. And then Future-Prog existed, and then you have people trying to make Future-Prog, and then you make Future-Prog be the future of prog, basically. Because I saw Nilix, and they told me how much money he was taking, and I was like, okay, let's go. I will tell you one last thing that is super cool, and it has to do with this. Like, if you know Vini Vici, you know what Vini Vici means, no?
Yes.
Like, I came, I saw, like the song, like, it's like the old saying. Anyways, so one day I was in the airport in Sao Paulo, and I think it was Aviram. And he tells me, I don't know if you guys know, but Vini Vici, before being Vini Vici, they had a project called The Eighth Note. And before that, they were Sesto Cento. So in between Sesto Cento and Vini Vici, they created The Eighth Note. But in musical writing, we have only 7 notes. So they basically created the note that didn't exist, correct? So that project fucking flopped. So he was telling me this, like, bro, look at the importance of words. We made the 6th sense, Sexto Cento, and it works super good. Then they made the 8th note, and it fucking flopped. Because literally the word means something that don't exist. Yeah. And it didn't exist. And then they made Vini Vici, and it came, and they came, they saw, they conquer.
Yes,
like you can always be the pioneer. Like you can be you have like the curve of, how you call this, bell curve?
Bell curve, yes.
Where you have like the early adopters, and then you have like the mass, and then you have like the people going out. So we were there. When you guys loved my music and stuff, disc one and stuff, you will all like fucking early adopters. Right now, this thing, it's the mass.
Yes.
Like I will not mention names, but if you listen to a lot of the stuff that is hard techno nowadays, go and you will find the references in Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 3, in Mechanics of Travel, and in many of Alien Records' work. Many of them, they play the Alien record music. So for me, this is what is funny. It's not even prog anymore. It just became part of the building blocks for hard techno. So there you go.
So do you think more artists have taken up Future-Prog now? And if you can name us some projects that you like, you see them playing Future-Prog and you think, they're doing good job. They understood the genre. And also, how do you think it has matured over the period of time, this genre?
Okay, for me, like you can have my definition of Future-Prog. That is the one that I gave you before about it having no rules and just being the thing that comes in the future. And then you have like the sound, because of course at some point there was this sound like all broken and shit like that. So today, like the biggest person playing this would be, she plays this everywhere, all the time, every set. Like she plays from 4i20 to Henrique Camacho with hard techno. So this is what I was saying before. And who else is playing this like on the big like leagues? Well, Enrique Camacho. What the fuck? And he's making high tech. Like I remember a lot when he went to my home and we made the Lion Tech. Like he was making minimal before, like, so I see like the changes of like the before and the after on all of these things. And it's crazy. It's like when we're watching this thing and I'm like, okay, well, that's me, and then you see like all the mess that your friends and you did during the years and the repercussions that it had on the world. And you're like, wow, I don't even play those songs anymore. Like for real, like I was watching this video of Indira Paganotto in Paris and she opened with Wild Wild West and I was like, why the fuck am I not playing this track anymore? So I started to play it back. I was like, fuck, like I got some shit. So I forgot what was the question.
How do you think this genre has matured now? So as you said,
well, like no, it's a very popular toolkit for DJs for sure. Like it's what it is. It became a pattern. It became something that you can copy and have success on the dance floor. So I'm super proud of this. Like it means that what I set my mind at some point, it materialized. It manifested. Like God bring it, and thank you guys. Yeah,
it did, man. But you are very bold with your experiments. You have not stopped yet. Now I see you mixing Bollywood songs in the clubs. I don't think a lot of DJs can do that. And sometimes you play them just raw. So how do you select these songs? You like to play with the audience. Tell us your thoughts. How do you select these songs?
Okay, now it became standard. Now everyone does it. But when I started doing that, I was just rage baiting people. Like that was my plan. Like I never played in India, so I just took some iconography and fucked with it. I got a lot of death threats for that. Like remove that cover, remove that song. Like this is not respectful. I get it. I was rage baiting. This is when it was like with the mantras and stuff and the Shiva cover arts with all dripped out. The Bollywood stuff basically is because I know that you guys listen to it all day long. Like you go to a market, you get in the Uber, you get everywhere. You are bombarded with these songs, so y'all know the lyrics about it. And why am I giving you a tutorial instead of just being cool? But well, because it works. And you go to Spotify, top 50 viral India, choose the first one, fucking paste it on your computer, like rip it in the worst quality possible, play it. People are fucking drunk. Nobody's gonna fucking notice. Profit. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Like I enjoy it so much. But really, like if I go to any country, I'm going to take whatever the people hate the most. In the electronic music, people are super snob. Everyone wants to believe that you are like the most underground guy, fucking dark wizard from the underground. That, oh, I hear this track in SoundCloud with only 20 plays. Fuck, don't share it because like nah, like bro, fuck, like for real, like. And I like to fuck with this because the more that you are like this, the more that you are not going to step on the stage and just put a Bollywood song with a fucked up drop, and people are just going to be like, she's too crazy.
Bro, but you get away
It's
with
too
it, you know,
crazy.
you get away with it. I'm sure if a local DJ would do that, they'll start turn on the lights and start turning off a set. But you get away with it.
He would also get away with it. You just need to walk on the stage
Yeah.
and double down.
Yeah.
You know, like hey, and you need to be strong because
Yeah.
like you don't see it behind the Instagram DMs. You know, you say like nobody will turn on the lights, nobody will go away, bro.
Yes.
The more than you double down, like the more that it's going to work. Like for real, like people are like, you are ridiculous, this shit is blah, blah, blah. But this is just like if your art is not making anyone angry, it's not like rage bait. Rage bait is the best.
Yeah, it is.
Well.
So, Mandra, you are loved in India, man. What you've been here multiple times on multiple tours. How has the experience been for you? Do you see any difference when you're playing it in India when compared to the rest of the world?
No.
No, it's all the same. For
No, bro, like I don't know, maybe like no, honestly, people are crazy. People go nuts. It's one of the strongest crowds in the world, that's for sure. That's for fucking sure. Like
Yeah.
like you got just like I was just DJing at London like 2-3 weeks ago, and it was like a mostly Indian crowd, and I was like, wow, this is the first date of the Indian tour, because it didn't feel like I was in Europe, you know, like it was like it's like the energy was over the top, like and this is something that I love in India, is something that I love in Brazil, something that I love in Australia. Like in France and Spain, they're not so bad as well, you know, like. But in Germany, like, they need to dance a bit harder, please. You know, like, for real. So for me, nothing has changed. Like, the people just go nuts.
Do you have any memory from any of your past tours you'd like to share? Maybe your first time when you were in India or something you saw.
Bro, there's so many fucking memories, for real. Like, it's because in India, maybe it was the first place where I got, like, real stalkers. Like, for real. No, in Brazil too. Like, in Brazil, I have to go to the police already, like, for sure, for heavy stalking. No, but in India, like, it was the first time that I go to the hotel and people are driving behind the taxi. Like, and I arrive in the hotel and the people go running, like, hey, please, one photo. And I'm like, fuck, you followed us? Like, you know, like a car chase. Like, this was my first thing in India that I was like, wow, like, people are crazy.
That's cool, man. So, Mandra, over the years, you have done a lot of collaborations, and I'm sure you have made some good music with many artists from the scene. Can you talk about some collaborations or your close friends in the scene with whom you love to make music and would like to make more music in the future?
I want to make more music with every one of my friends, for real, because like making music alone is super cool. I love to make music, but when you're with friends, it's a lot better. So with Tiago is crazy. Tiago is for I-20. Tiago, we never made a collab over the internet. Like, fuck that. We sit down, we make the song, we work. Basically, me, I have ideas, and he makes them like.
Yeah. So
Like,
for 4i20 and Alien Records, Mandra, how has it been over the years and your friendship with 4i20 and your
Bro, he's
videos?
one of my best friends, if not like my fucking best friend, for real. Like, I love you, Tiago. If you watch this, like, bro, what the fuck? I miss you, for real. Like, hey, this is my fucking bro. For me, his family is like my big bro. Like,
So what was the vision behind
oh, what
Alien
the
Records?
fuck? Alien Records,
Yeah.
like, independence, bro. Like, everyone was refusing us. Like, in the beginning, like, there was, unless for Psytrance, no one wanted to support Psytrance. No one. Like, you had like a community of people that were abusing of the hippie mindset, you know? Like, a lot of people were like, yeah, like, we don't want to pay the DJs. We don't want to, like, they were stealing the producers' money in the labels. Like, a lot of stuff, just telling them like, no, but it's like Psytrance is not about material or whatever. Like, yeah, of course it's not about that, but it's also about that, you know? So it's not because it's not about being materialistic and ego and all of this that you're going to let people steal from you, you know? Like, so basically everyone on this team like had some shitty experience with some foreign label, with some, so Tiago was like, bro, I'll do it by my own. Like, I'm gonna find this shit. and Jacob, the guys, we all help him, like, and basically we all put our bricks and we created I don't know if they still got the number one spot in streaming, but at least some years ago they were the number one label, like with most numbers. But today, like the market matured so much, so I am sure that there's someone beating them in numbers. It's not a problem. But if it was not for Alien Records, like the musical landscape in the electronic rave scene right now, it would sound different. For sure, for sure. Like there are some worldwide it's because we always had like the classical psytrance, like when I say classical psytrance, I'd say like UK full on or like some more generic Israeli full on. But on Alien Records, on the Mandragora project, like basically I think people were not ashamed of just doing something that works, like I am here to play for you guys, I am here to play for me to have fun. I am not here to play for some fucking label owner or some legendary DJ with 200 fans on Instagram. Like it's just legendary because he's old or what? Like I'm starting to be old, but like I got some fucking credentials to show. Now a lot of people, like, they're just old, and it's like in I call it the Psytrance retirement plan. Like you arrive to brainwash an audience in a place and tell them like, hey, this guy is legendary, you should book him, he's old. And like honestly, more power to you. But on our side of the world, we were having nothing, bro. And when I mean nothing, it's not like we were in misery, like thank God we were not in misery and we had like the conditions to build. But there was no one helping, no one on our side of the world. So we had to fucking build it from scratch. We had to accept that we were going to have a lot of haters, that they were going to blackball us. So basically, I could be here saying like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm the best, suck my dick, whatever. But I prefer to say this so like you at home can listen to me and be like, okay, I am in the fucking mountain, I have no one around, but I have internet, like I can have an impact. Bro, I was in Mexico and my best friend is from Brazil. People think that Brazil and Mexico is next to each other because it's Latin America, but no, like it's like 10-hour flight, bro. It's fucking far away. It's expensive to go there. So yeah, basically the power of dreams. Like it sounds super corny and cliche, but it's true, bro. Like just know what you're doing. Don't do it to impress like some industry people. Do it to impress people and yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandro, what are there some artists that you deeply respect? Some old school artists. Also, if you'd like,
of course.
If you'd like to talk about maybe late Goa Gill, what were your thoughts listening to his music?
Or what rest in peace. He died, didn't he?
He did. Yes. So, did you listen to his music, and what do you think is his contribution, as according to you?
About Goa Hill, honestly, I don't know about him so much. I know like he made like some crazy. He's one of the DJs that was playing for like super long set times, like for a long time. I respect his energy, like, bro, like same for Rajaram, like, brother, old as fuck, like, and they continue touring. Like when I started traveling and touring, the first time that I got in business class, there was like fucking 60, 70, 80-year-old people. Bro, I'm almost 40, I'm pushing 30, bro. Like, and I was like, they keep working, they keep traveling every fucking week. Like, I respect that. So, first the energy, because bro was fucking old and touring. And, but about his music, I really don't know much.
Yeah.
I respect Lord Simon Posforth. Yeah.
Have you been to Goa, Mandro?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about Goa?
No. I never partied in Goa.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So you just.
I just chilled in Goa. I ate very well in Goa. I played one time at the Sunburn. That's it.
Yeah. Do you want to play sometime again in Goa?
I would love to, for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Hopefully, very soon. So, Mandra, you also have been experimenting with techno music lately. Can you talk a little bit about how did you get into that? You have a new project for techno. If you'd like to talk a little more about that, what's the vision behind that?
Okay, So remember that I was speaking about how now Future-Prog and high tech are like one of the biggest tools for making hard techno. Okay, so basically, I got bored of the normal form of Psytrance, and when I mean the normal form of Psytrance is like 135 to 200 BPM rolling bass. This is just fucking musical structure, right? So when I started DJing, I was actually doing a lot of tech house and moombaton and shit like that. But like when I started, when I was like an adolescent, and basically I just wanted to do that. I went to a club in Brazil, like back in 2021. There was this guy Michael Bibi playing. I was drunk as fuck. I had fun for like 30 minutes, then went back home. But like it stayed in my head. I met this DJ called Beltran in this party. He had just released this song Smack Yo, but it hadn't go like so viral. And I went back to the Airbnb and I started to make like some stuff like this. And then I made a copy of the song. I talked to Tiago to Friday Tony like, bro, let's copy this song. I don't know what this song have, but it's like very nice. So we made Moonlight and finished Moonlight. And I was like, bro, it really sounds like the track from Beltran. So I sent it to Beltran and he was like, wow, bro, I love it. Let's release it together. I was like, perfect. Because honestly, it's a copy from your track. And he was like, yeah, I know. So it was nice. We released it together. It went number one in minimal deep tech for like almost 9-10 months on Beatport. So it's still on the top 100. So it's a legendary track. Like the first track that I released on this thing, like thank God, what the fuck, legendary one. You know, so
You plan to do more music in techno in the future?
yeah, I'm doing a lot. I'm just not releasing a lot because I'm not always happy with what I do, you know? Like, I'm playing it like, if you go to see me live, you're gonna see me experiment with a lot of shit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working the most. Because if you see, like, now I put DJ Mandragora and I am working on my DJ career. Because I have always been like a producer and like more like artistic director in this kind of way. And now I want to like just play music that I love.
Mandra, moving ahead, you come from Mexico. The land is rich in plant medicines. What are your thoughts on psychedelics and plant medicines culturally?
I think they open your soul and body to things that you cannot see. In general, like weed or LSD or DMT, whatever. I think they totally open you. It can be for good, it can be for bad. So I really don't have any more an opinion about this. Honestly, psychedelics, you need to experience it for yourself if you want to know what it is. That's it.
And a lot of new generation is getting into the scene. So, what's your word of advice, or just some wisdom that you can drop to them, how to do it right, what precautions to take?
Don't do codeine. Don't do stupid drugs, like ketamine and shit like that. Do like no, honestly, bro, I hate this. I hate this question because like no, you don't need to delete this. I hate this question because I feel like the drugs are the curse and the blessing of the scene, honestly, at the same time. And I have seen a lot of shit, and like I'm no one to like say like oh fuck, like drugs are bad and shit like that, because I mean I smoke a lot of weed, like I smoke a lot of weed and I've done my fair share of LSD, but I will not encourage you to do hard drugs, like I will never tell you like fucking do speed, and like I mean, you do what you want. If you want to take some Adderall, take it. Like, it's your choice. Just fucking enjoy. Like come and enjoy and take care of yourself and take care of your friends and basically take care of the people, because a lot of the people that come to the scene, they come because they are sad and lonely and scared, and a lot of the times they just want to prove that they are not scared. Uh, so take care of them, and if you ever need that someone take care of you, let yourself be taken care of. Like because it's dark out there, like, and more on the psytrance scene, like, because of the psychedelic hashtag that it has attached to it. Like, yeah, there are psychedelic drugs, you know, but not all drugs are psychedelic drugs, and like, not all drugs have a 0% level of toxicity, you know. So do your own research, and well, don't let them fool you. Basically, like, open your eyes and take care. Like, it's not Disneyland, it's not the circus. This is what I feel about this scene. Like, I love it. I want that the people enjoy it. I want that the DJs live long. I want that the dancers live long, and we can all tell stories about how much fun we had when we're old. Yes. At this point of my life, I say it. Maybe it's not the most wise thing to say commercially. Like, it will not get me a lot of fans, because a lot of them are just waiting for Mandra to tell them to take some fucking drugs, you know. And no, you're not gonna get that. Like, honestly, this is what I said. That codeine maybe will bring me, or already brought me, I don't know, bad karma. So yeah.
Right. But Manda, do you do acid test on your music? Do you listen to your own music?
It's been a long time. I don't do that, bro. On my own music, I never made the acid test. I made it one time, only one time, and it was crazy. I didn't like my music so much, honestly. Like, when people are like, "Yo, mantra is not real psytrance," I'm like, "It's true. It never was, and it was not the intention, you know." But like, the intention was indeed to get you fucked up on acid. That's for sure. So honestly, yeah, I've heard some crazy bro. This is crazy topic, bro. This is a crazy topic. The acid test.
So, Mandra, can we talk a little bit about your iconic album, Disc One?
Disc
Especially the
one.
music video. What was the creative process behind it? It has impacted so many lives around the world. So, what are your thoughts? Were you taking it that serious, or it was just fun and games for you, and you created this masterpiece?
I took a lot of acid. Took a lot of acid. I made the tracks. There was Lil Pump at this moment. He was famous, right? He was famous, very famous. He made this Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang thing. So he made Gucci Gang, no? So me, I take some acid. I took a lot of acid. I listened to Drake, to Kanye West, to Justin Bieber. Actually, that Justin Bieber song maybe was one of the most psychedelic songs I ever heard. It was Cold Water, Major Lazer and Justin Bieber. And yeah, then I made the Future-Prog summer mixtape. I don't know what. One that is on Spotify that I am like making like this. And I played this in a rave in Sao Paulo, and it flopped. Everyone left, and I was the only one enjoying it. I was like, wow. But I made that album in one night, you know, like, I was like, I can make an album in one night. So I made the album in one night, but it was not so good, not so good. So then I took more time to make disc one, disc two, disc three. I just made like a lot of songs. Honestly, there was no creative process. The only creative process was like, take acid, watch interviews of DJ Khaled, and because when you watch an interview of DJ Khaled, you get pumped. So I went to a tour in South Africa, and I was walking in the mall, and then I saw the Gucci store, and I just went in and I just bought some Gucci shoes. I didn't even know what the fuck, bro. I just bought them for buying them. And then my booker at the time, he was like, "What? You bought Gucci shoes? You cannot put them in the water. You cannot do nothing. Hey, if I see them with the fucking dirty shoes, I'm gonna take them away from you." I was like, so it started to rain, and I was like, look, and I started to trash them. We were in Tokyo at that moment, you know. I told him that he should pay me in Bitcoin. He refused. I told him that then he should start paying taxes. He refused. Then, like, some years later, he came to tell me I should have bought Bitcoin. I was like, yes. And basically, the Gucci thing, it was just because, bro, why not? You know, like, literally, fuck Gucci, fuck Kering, fuck Louis Vuitton, and fuck all of this shit, honestly. But it works. Like, it's symbolism, you know, like, it makes the people wonder things, you know. They don't know the complete story. Like, actually, there is no story. Like, the story, you made it all in your head. You took the tab, you watched the video, you saw that thing happening. So I remember that I told my editor Guy, who was definitely not such a good editor. Like, he's today one of the best in Brazil, one of the fucking best editors. But in the moment, I was just telling him like, look at this video, look at this video, look at this video. I'm sure we can make something like this. He was like, whoa, fuck. And then he fucking learned it. He became fucking good. But honestly, bro, the creative process, it was just like make, put it all together, put it all out. Like maybe it's disappointing, but yeah, bro.
So all the animations in the video, was it your thought or it was your editor who put it all in?
Which video are you speaking about?
About the Disc 1 LSD trip, the 45 minutes.
The 45 minutes mix? And it have the music videos?
Yes,
Like,
it
it's
has
got shots, right?
It has music videos. It has got animations throughout the video. And it's in collaboration with Alien Records.
The idea was to make a place people are gonna get fucked up in their home. And sadly, we didn't have access to a lot of technology, so or a big budget, so it doesn't really look crazy. It looks a bit not so good. Anyways, we wanted to make a very fucking long video where people take drugs to it and they get affected. But basically, it was random, bro. It was random. Imagine an overworked editor just being overworked and just like churning out things. And like he said that for him, it was at some point he cried with some songs and shit like this. Like for real, just interview you know, like, because I don't know what the fuck was going on in his head. I just give him the music. He edited. He followed me every week to record me at the shows. Well, and about the Gucci or the designer stuff, it was literally just to fuck it up. Just to go to the rave where it's a lot of mud. And the people is like, oh, why you put your Balenciaga shoe in the mud? Like, bro, there's mud. It's the shoes that I got on. Like, fuck. Like, I will tell you one story from when I was a kid. I got one Game Boy. And I remember I fucked the screen of the Game Boy because I was trying to clean it. So I put fucking alcohol or some solvent on the screen and it got fucked. So basically, I fucked the fucking Game Boy. And at that moment, I realized, like, why did I care so much that the screen was clean? I cared so much that the screen was clean that I fucked it. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, I'm not saying that you didn't need to not care, but, like, actually, I want to break things. So, yeah.
This can totally correlate with what we were talking about backstage about people start taking things so seriously. For example, spirituality, that they get so mixed up that they eventually they fuck it up. So what are your thoughts on that? People being so spiritual in the scene. They're talking about being so spiritual.
No, bro, they're fucking fake. They're fucking fake. They're fucking fake. They just want to be on top of you. They're fucking fake. For real. For real. Like, me, honestly, I believe in God. Like, for many years, I didn't accept it publicly. But inside of me, I was always hearing these lyrics from Swedish House Mafia. It says, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. And if it, like, literally, if it don't say, see, heaven's got a plan for you, where the fuck was I supposed to take the faith from to keep going? You know, like, so, like, I don't see nothing spiritual about Psytrance, but the battles that it put me through, you know? For sure. And everyone gets their own battles in life. So I don't feel that if you go to Hilltop and you take a lot of ketamine, you're gonna go out spiritually cleansed. Like, no, maybe you will have a lot of fun and a urinary infection afterwards. But that's about it, you know? Like, so I feel like if you meditate, if you make crazy sports, if you pray, you can have a religious experience for sure. Now, taking DMT is brute forcing your way to the spiritual realm. Maybe it's fun, maybe you have a great experience, maybe you never come back, you know, like, and that's like a coin you flip. But yeah, I don't really think Psytrance is so spiritual. I just think that's branding, it's marketing, and literally this is why you can see that most of my covers is like, this was the fucking concept for this video of Psytrance, you know, like of 1 hour. 3 hours is long, no? It's long, the fucking disc 1, disc 2, 3 videos.
45 minutes, 1 hour, yes.
It's 45 minutes?
Yes.
It's
1
not
hour.
so, it's cliche psychedelic visuals. You know, like everything that is cliche, like everything that is associated with it, put it a lot and make it cheesy and make it corny. The cheesiest and corniest possible, the better. Because the people fucking love this hippie shit. The people love the hippie aesthetic. It works. There is a fucking $1 billion industry built on it, and it's an industry, bro. They're selling you stuff. Like, just remember, you're paying for the ticket, you're paying for the drugs. When you stream that shit on Spotify, someone gets paid. This guy actually don't even pay well the musicians, and he invested in some weird like fucking artificial life. I don't remember exactly. Basically, yeah, you are just consuming. So like, if your point is to be spiritual and hippie and kill your ego and do fucking manifestation and shadow work and shit, like then go and really leave everything behind, like really like sell all your possessions, donate the money, only have a pant so you're not naked, and your sandals. And even then, they're gonna fucking drive you in a Rolls Royce. If you do that, if you do that, you're gonna go fucking viral. Because what about all of the homeless people that don't go viral? So who's really spiritual? Like you really think that paying a $100 ticket for a festival and doing LSD with a great lineup is spiritual? Like, no, like this is not going to make me more popular saying this. Actually, some people are gonna feel bad because they were like, I remember when I was 18 years old and I listened to this song from Astral Projection, and it was sounding like cliche Indian music with a and I was like trying to like what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Like, why don't I just go to like with someone that is going to teach me how to properly meditate? No, because you want the easy way, right? You want to put it on Spotify. You want to fucking meditate with no. Like, it's not like this that is going to work, like okay, for me it's like you go somewhere where no one see you, you pray. Like, why are you going to do it in public, like unless you want attention? So yeah, that's for me the spiritual thing. Since the beginning, I feel like it was a bit fake. I respect you if you love it. Okay, honestly, the legends are true. I'm just a commercial artist, bro. Thank God.
All right. So moving ahead, Mandra, your new release with Camacho. What was it like for you making this track, Nova Symphonia?
First time I heard about Enrique Camacho, I made the La Españolita album. I think him and John Mesquita made a remix to La Españolita. They were playing minimal, like 128 BPM shit. And at some point, I made Galactic Symphony and Pachamama. And I was just brute forcing my way to making the audience scream. Because if you have a video of the audience screaming and you record it, people are like, oh, fuck, people love this man. I should book this man. Like, it's like this that it works. So this is why high tech, right? Because it's faster, because it makes the people speak. So I don't really know how it happened. That I just know that he went to my home. We made this track. It was a rainy day. I had a lot of fun, and I wanted to make like a lot of Rasta inspired, fast, high tech songs, because the people were hating high tech in this moment. Like high tech, actually, it was like a thing. Like, I listened to Crazy Astronaut when I was young, and I was like, "Whoa, this is just like super fast morning full on," and everyone forgot about it. Everyone that was making money was making prog, 138 triplets, mantra, money, and but why it was working? Because it was making the people scream. So anything that make the people scream is proof of work. So yeah.
You both played at Indian Spirit recently. How was it? Both of the sets were amazing, both yours and Camacho. So, what was your experience with Indian Spirit? The crazy visuals, crazy audience.
The German festival, right?
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
You can watch it on YouTube.
Yes.
You can, if you put a lot of attention, you can see some shit happening. If you know what the fuck is going on, like, it's good. Watch it on YouTube.
So, when you start a new track, from where do you begin? What's your how do you start? What's the creative process like behind starting a new track?
When I start a new track, I just started, bro. Like, sometimes I already have like AK-47, for example. This track, I I made it in a dream, bro. For real. Like, I was playing in I think in Bern or in Bâle in Switzerland, and Basel. I don't remember if it was Bern or Basel, but I was playing in Swiss. And I went to my hotel drunk, and I was having a dream that I was making this track that was sounding like an AK. Like you load it and you shoot it. And I was making this in my head. Not in my head, in my dream. And I remember in the dream just waking up like, okay, no. I was in the dream and I was like, why am I continuing to work in the dream when I can just wake up and just grab my laptop and make it? And I did that and I made it super fast, like the basic sketch, and went back to sleep. So for this one, I had the idea. It came in a dream, it was completed. Like for Codeine, for example, creative process only for Codeine. People love Harry Potter, so I sampled the Harry Potter thing. I want to play in France because it's nice to play in France, so I put half of it in French. Migos is super big right now and trap and shit, so everyone copies a recipe out of this Planet technology. So then you have this groove in the thing which psychologically like works, and then people were loving Xenon-esque kind of prog. So this is where you get like this minimal kind of drop. Then you put it all together, and finally it came out a hit, but it was not designed to be a hit. Now Sem Chão, yes, but I
Yeah.
didn't know it was gonna be. Yeah.
So, have you experienced creative block ever, throughout your journey? And if you did it affect your mental health? How did you get out of it? And
The creative block
yes,
affecting the mental health.
yes,
Well, sometimes for sure you can get frustrated if you're not satisfied with what you're making. But no, creative block. I feel creative block. It doesn't exist. You know, like sometimes you just make shit work. That's it. But like you sit down, you work, you can be having like the worst day of your life. You can sit down, you can open your computer and you can start doing things. But well, like creative block, I never, not that I never experienced it, because maybe I have what other people call it creative block. I just think some days I'm not having the best ideas.
what's your advice to the upcoming producers, the new guys in the scene, the kids who want to make psytrance music? What's your advice? What advice would you give to them? How do they? What are the right things they should do at early career?
Don't focus so much on trying to get attention. Like this is what fucks everyone for real. Like don't try to get my attention or the attention of some label or to make a remix of some DJ, because of course this can help you, like but are you going to become notable only on endorsements or on achievements? So make great music that it doesn't matter who play it, it gets the people going. If it gets the people going, like I say, if people scream in the dance floor, people get jealous, so people want to be you or have what you have. So if you make a good track because you have the savoir faire to make it, you know how to do it, basically everyone will be like, can you send me your track please, because I have a gig next week and I want that everyone love me. Basically, everyone wants to be loved, so make tools that make people be able to be loved. Um, don't focus on other people. Focus on yourself. Trust God. Love your family, and yeah, like honestly, work a lot. Work a lot. Of course, maybe you can be one of these guys that go viral on TikTok with one video and the first time they go play because they made the right facial expression. But not everyone gets the TikTok lottery. So it's very, very possible that if you have a good skill, people are gonna call you. It just takes longer to build.
Do you think on-stage aesthetics matter for an artist? How you look, how you dress? Yeah, you have changed your hairstyle, man. It was, I mean, it's you still look good, but back in the days when you had longer hair and then you shaved it all off, you had blonde hair in between. So how do you decide, about your hair?
When I shaved it, it was just to show to myself that I don't need it. But of course, it matters because it makes a signature. Like we are pattern recognizing machines. So you need to create a pattern that people can recognize and feel cozy on it. So I was the rock star that makes you inspired to get fucked, basically. So when I cut the hair, I cut that part of my life. That was like the symbol, for real. Like, if you see, I don't really care so much anymore. I was caring a lot about my on stage image before, and now you're getting this on tape. It's going on the internet, so you know if at some point I have a different aesthetic because I'm trying to achieve something. You know, like I said, if you go to a wedding and you are dressed with the same suit that everyone is wearing, it's okay. You're gonna feel cozy there. You're gonna probably have a good time, but you're not going to grab a lot of attention. Now, if you go like you shouldn't be better dressed than the couple that is getting married, or else you're gonna make them feel bad. You know, like you're trying to grab the attention from the couple that is getting married. So if you want to crash that wedding, you know you just need to dress outrageous. Everyone is going to remember. You're gonna be the most talked about topic of the night. So I mean, it's an IQ test, you know, like even for yourself.
What are some of the favorite festival stages that you've played at around the world, or your favorite ones to go back?
Wow. Well, I don't know, bro. Honestly, I love playing a lot. I really love playing. So I've had some shit parties, but it's been like 0.0005% of all my events have been shit. Thank God. So 99.9% of the time, I have a lot of fun. Like, it's not because I don't want to mention or because I don't want to, like, but honestly, like playing a long set, when they don't stop you, you can just continue to play, and like the people are going on and you're having fun. That's my best place to be, for real.
And
Like,
do you have a favorite dance floor where you like to party a lot?
sunrise. I like to play at sunrise and open airs. I love this. Like, it really doesn't matter when. If the weather is nice, if the crowd is hot. Like this, you get it a lot in Brazil. In France, not so much because of the legislation. Like, if you want to do that, you need to go to a free party, like to an illegal one. But well,
There's a conception around psytrance a lot of times. People say it has to be underground, it has to stay underground, it should not be commercial. But it's getting commercial. Every year it's getting bigger and bigger. More big festivals are popping out around the world. What are your thoughts on that? What would you like to say to the people who?
the more that you want to keep it underground, the more commercial it will be. I will tell you one story. There was the king, I don't know what, of Habsburg or something, well, of this, and the potato. This is the story of the potato. You can fucking fact check it if you don't believe me. So basically, the potato was not a very popular vegetable, right? Like, no one was eating potato because potato is kind of boring, like you can make whatever the fuck you want with potato. So in this land, there was a lot of potato, and the king wanted to make a way so potato was like fucking a hit. So basically, he tried taxing the people, say like, if you don't do potato, I will tax you more. Didn't work. I will fucking fine you if you don't do potato. Didn't work. He tried many ways of like incentivizing or forcing the people to plant potato and to eat it. It didn't work. When did it start to work? When he had the genius idea of making his private garden of royal food. So he made a little garden where he planted potato. He put a fence, but not too hard to jump. He put some guards to guard it, and he said, take care of the vegetables, but not too much. Let one of every, I don't know, steal a bit. So when he declared it royal food and that it was illegal for the people to be eating potato, now everybody wants to eat potato like the king. And then the potato went viral and everyone planted potato in the kingdom. It became the biggest export. The kingdom became even richer. And so basically, he had to declare the potato an underground royal food. Okay, so the more that you say that Psytrance should be kept hidden, should be underground, shouldn't be commercial, is only for the ones who know, you are trying to make it only for royalty. And when you make it only for royalty, everybody wants to be a king. So everybody wants to do Psytrance, okay? Like, it's not only me saying, you have like a fucking interview from Nina Kravis years ago. When in the fucking life did you think that Nina was going to be playing Hilltop? And how many other people did she inspire after that? People be making money with this shit for real.
Yeah.
It's an industry.
It is.
Hey. If someone is getting paid for the type of music that you like, It's commercial song. It's commercial sound. Like even if they're getting paid $1 only, it's already commercial because there's commerce being made. So underground is really some like it don't exist anymore. Cut, cut.
So, Mandra, if you could time travel to an era, you know, maybe past or maybe future, so where would you go, and why would you do that?
I would love to go back. Like how many times can I travel?
You have a time machine, you can travel as much as you want.
I would totally go to the moment they were building the pyramids, and I would totally go, yeah, because they were using electricity and shit, like they didn't build the pyramids like pushing some logs, like they want you to believe, like, bro, honestly, like, I would love to go in during the 1800s around, because I am sure everything we've been told about it is fucking fake. Like, look, no, even before, like when they were making the fucking crazy, like look at the fucking buildings and monuments and ruins that you have in India, bro. Like, do you really think that it was built by some fucking guy with a goat and a donkey, like, with a fucking chisel? Like, yeah, like making like thousands of fucking faces around, like fucking detailed. Like, you don't think that they were having like some fucking AI to make the temples and shit like that? Like, bro, probably they're fucking AI generated. So this is where I would love to go, because I really don't believe that they build it without light, without electricity, without a big logistic company. Like, no, it's just not possible. I stop there.
Mandra, how do you see Psytrance evolving in next 100 years? Do you think it will
Then in the next 20 years?
100 years?
100 years?
Yeah, you think it will stay around?
We will all gonna be around, eh?
Yeah. But what are your
Uh,
predictions? So wild predictions, so people can look back at it.
But there is a law about this. So we are arriving at quantum computers soon. I don't know if we're going to survive that one. I don't know if we're going to be uploaded. If we're even going to get a chance to not be uploaded. Or, yeah, like, for Psytrance to continue existing, for, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with AI, honestly. Like, maybe everything will get absorbed by the AI, and you should just, I don't know, bro.
How will people be partying? Do you have a vision? Do you think what's going to happen? Because I'm sure they will upload you. They should upload you, so the people in the future
No.
can listen to you.
No, we're probably all uploaded already.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. I really, really hope not. But in 100 years, you said?
Yes.
If everything goes good, yes, for sure. But if everything goes how it's going, maybe they will be dancing in ruins.
Then it will be
Like, just
underground.
banging on
It will be
drums, like,
underground.
ground. Hey, it's getting crazy out there for real. Right? Crazy shit.
Crazy shit, man. They also say you are a time traveler, bro. Like I've listened to some of your podcasts. They say that you come from a different dimension, some different era. So that might be a case, man. You might be the imposter among us. We will never come to know.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
we'll never come to know. But Mandragora, concluding all this, what is your last message to the fans who are watching this podcast, this interview from around the world and in India? What message would you like to give? A final message to them.
Take care of yourself. Sleep good. Eat good. Appreciate the people you love. Accept the love that people give to you.
Yeah, keep partying. All right, man.
Enjoy.
Yes, it's a short
Make the
life.
most out of it, for sure.
Bro, thank you so much for giving your time to us, and it was an absolute pleasure sitting down with you and talking with you. So hopefully we'll do a round two sometime in the future, and it was
Would be a
great fun,
pleasure.
man. Okay. Oh fuck, so hard. Bro, thank you so much.
Alright. 20. 25.